There's the barriers that we speak about all of the time. The political barriers, which is we do have governments that restrict or oppose cash programming. The second one is a barrier that no matter the evidence, we still have to overcome the narrative that cash is somehow more risky than any other type of humanitarian response. The barriers that are around how are we structured as a system, what are the vested interests, and how does multi-purpose cash challenge them. But the last one that I'll speak to, which I actually think can overcome all of that, is funding. If we look at our imperfect, but the best we have available data from the Financial Tracking Service, around 9% of humanitarian funding was delivered through cash last year. We hear very regularly that donors support cash, that donors support multi-purpose cash, donors are on board with it, they believe in it, they're convinced about it, and yet the funding that we see in the system does not speak to that. So we have to tackle that, and we have to tackle that honestly and openly and see what it would take to truly shift the dial. The second thing we have to be honest about is that the funding we have available is not enough. And that poses a very fundamental challenge, in particular to multi-purpose cash, because what we're seeing is in the vast majority of operations, funding is not enough and partners are having to take excruciating decisions. So what began as something that brings dignity becomes something that just puts onto that person the hard choices. What are you going to spend half of the minimum expenditure basket on? We have to take hard choices in that respect as to whether we reach more people with less or fewer people with what they need. We know cash works. We know what the barriers are. What is it that's going to fundamentally shift the dial? I implore donors to shift the way they fund. At OCHA, we're looking at that seriously in terms of the way that we fund. The barriers are there, but as Ahmed in real lived experience proves, they can be overcome. They must be, because the people we serve rely upon us to overcome those barriers to deliver the thing that they repeatedly request they want, prefer, and need.